Today we are reading Tell Me Another Scary Story. My parents liked Mr. Niwala because I liked Mr. Niwala, and he liked me. He liked me so much that he let me try on all of his scary masks and monster costumes. One day, Mr. Niwala called me on the phone and said that this was coming Halloween. He was making a scary mask and costume for me to wear when I went trick-or-treating. He said, I'm working on something really, really scary, and when I finish it, I think it'll be the scariest one ever. It made in my whole life. The day before Halloween, Mr. Niwala called again and invited me to come to his house for a hamburger. After dinner, he said, laughing his scariest laugh, I will show you your scary Halloween costume. Is it really scary, I asked. I promise you that it'll make your eyes pop and your hair stand straight up, he replied. That night, I asked my folks if it was alright to have hamburger with Mr. Niwala, and they said yes.
No, they didn't. No, you didn't.
I ran to Mr. Niwala's house, all excited to see the scary costume that he created for me. I got scared when I rang the doorbell and heard a deep voice shout, The door is open. Come in if you dare. I opened the door and almost jumped out of my skin. A skeleton popped up and almost knocked me over. Is it getting too scary for you? If so, stop. I can stop here.
Stop it! You monster!
I wondered what other scary surprises Mr. Niwala had set up for Halloween. I walked into the house and shouted, Hey, Mr. Niwala, I'm here. Your skeleton sure scared me. Mr. Niwala? I shouted again, I'm here, but there was no answer.
Oh.
I smelled something burning, so I went to Mr. Niwala's kitchen and saw a pot of soup on the stove that was starting to smoke. He must have forgotten to turn off the burner under the pot. Then I saw two uncooked hamburgers on a plate, the hamburgers I figured we're going to eat for dinner. Mr. Niwala loved soup and he loved hamburgers. He also loved ketchup.
Oh, God.
One time he pretended to stab his hand with a fake rubber knife and show me how to use ketchup on your hand to make it look like blood. Where was he? I went down the crooked stairs to Mr. Niwala's workshop and called out, Mr. Niwala, are you down here working on my scary Halloween costume? The one you promised will make my eyes pop and my hair stand straight up? And Mr. Niwala kept his promise. What I was looking at was the most frightening and disgusting thing I've ever seen. It is on the next page, and if you don't want to see the most frightening and disgusting thing I ever saw, don't turn the page. My eyes unpopped when I realized that the blood on Dracula's teeth must be ketchup. I laughed when I touched the vampire's teeth and I saw that it was just ketchup. I said, okay, Mr. Niwala, you sure scare me a whole lot. That blood on your neck and forehead sure looks real. You can get up now. But Mr. Niwala didn't get up. When I got close, I saw the ketchup on Mr. Niwala's forehead that looked like real blood was not ketchup. It was real blood. I started to shake. I kept shaking, but I knew I had to get help. I picked up the phone and did what I learned in school last year. The teacher said if you ever need help, dial 911. So I shakily dialed 911 and then shakily dialed my mommy's number. In just 5 minutes, help came. At the hospital, Mr. Niwala told the doctors that he had tripped and hit his head on the workbench. He also told all the doctors and nurses something that made me feel good. He said, meet young Count Dracula, the young man who saved my life. That was the year I wore Mr. Niwala's Dracula costume for trick-or-treating and scared more people and collected more candy than anyone in the whole United States of America. I'll never again be too scared to help my friends, and I hope they are never too scared to help me.